We should have like a survey, anywhere,
Yeah.
because it'll point to where it's actually,
Right.
to give you an indication.
Okay.
What is it?
There you go, another project, and ready, sir.
All right, it's 10 a.m. We'll call the local emergency planning committee meeting to order. Roll call.
Craig Tanis, I'm here. Jason Schnate. Here. He's here for John from the Road Commission, Sheriff Bevere, Commissioner Collins.
Here.
Lieutenant Purdue,
Here.
Ben Ricker. Here. Chief Massengill,
Here.
Monica Hunt, Jessica Nelson, Chief Wilson. Here. Deputy Chief Van Alstine.
Here.
Jen Ambrose.
Here.
Tony Garcia.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, we have the current agenda was emailed out. Are there any changes to the agenda? We have a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, you also received the minutes. You've had a chance to review those. We have any additions, subtractions, changes? All right, hearing none. We have a motion to approve the minutes. Chief, second.
Second.
Corinne. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, moving on to reports. The finance report.
So finance report was included in your packet. FY 22, that is closed out. We do have a zero balance and, as of May 31st, can no longer spend money from that grant year. So that'll be removed from the report going forward. FY 23 with a couple of, with a proposal, later on in the agenda, that will be zeroed out as well. And then FY 24, we also have a couple on there later on the agenda for requests. Should those requests be approved, that the 94, 96, 75 is what the remaining balance will be on the FY 24. And then the donation fund is the same as last meeting. Nothing's been expended out of that fund since the last meeting.
We have a motion to accept the financial report.
I'll make a motion to accept the financial report.
We have a second.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right. EM report.
My report was attached in the packet. I'll entertain any questions.
All right, having no questions for Craig, we have a motion to accept his report as a email to you all.
Motion to accept.
And second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, 911 Director's report, Corinne.
My report was also attached to the packet. If there's any questions, I can take those.
Hearing no questions, we have a motion to accept the Director's report as submitted. Second,
I'll support.
all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Excuse me, Drone Subcommittee report, Chris.
So we are up to 18 call outs since the 1st of January to within the last week. All of our pilots are now licensed and certified. We were deployed out to MIS, which we had no issues and didn't have to worry about. And then in the upcoming next couple of weeks, we'll be deploying the team out to the fair for the week. That's it.
Anyone have any questions? All right, motion to accept the report as submitted.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Existing business, the countywide law enforcement active shooter training.
So that was a training that all law enforcement officers are required to have that took place in, was it May? So I just, if Chris or Deputy Chief want to update the group on how that training went?
Yeah, so obviously it went, or actually it went really well. We had probably 40 plus officers show up to the new training for the officers in the county this year. Went really well. And we had a couple minor hiccups here and there, but overall it's probably going to push forward in the next years and keep moving forward.
All right. Active shooter drill for the commissioners.
So last time we didn't have a date and time for sure on that, and we do this month. That will take place August 1st at 2:30 here in the chambers. It'll simulate a full Board of Commissioners meeting. Won't be an actual meeting. It'll just simulate the meeting. So the commissioners will be sitting where you all are sitting. The rest of the employees of the building will sit in the audience to be the audience. So just wanted to update the group on that, and at the next meeting, we'll let you know how it went.
All right. The prop train.
That's just going to continue to be on there. I'll let you know that we're still working on that. We don't have a date yet, but it will be May of 26.
All right. Moving on to new business. We have a grant request, $5,000 from the FY24 SHSP for hazmat training indoor equipment.
So what that is for is what I would like from this group because of timing issues and as classes come up or need to be filled, there's a timing issue with when the next meeting of this group is to get those approved. So what I'd like to do is get a blanket approval for $5,000 from this group. So when AJ or Josh AJ or Josh reach out to me and say, I need to send, this many guys to this class. All I have to do is send the request to the state, get their approval, and we can send them. So say something like that happened next week, but the class was in July. We wouldn't be able to meet that deadline because we don't meet again until August. So as long as, and we wouldn't spend the money if it doesn't get approved at the state. So the approval process is the local approval from you, and then I send the request to the state and the state has to approve it. So even if you approve it, if the state doesn't, I can't spend the money. So there is that, that other layer of approval in the process. So that's what we're looking for to use for either training or equipment.
Chief.
This approval you're asking us not to exceed 5,000,
Correct.
and I would make a motion that we approve it not to exceed $5,000.
Second.
We have a motion and a second.
Who's seconding that? Tony?
Is there any further discussion? We'll call a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right. Moving on. Our next grant request.
So the next one is for Cape Watch, which is our incident command software that we use for the drone. We're on an annual renewal for that for 3 years. So our second year renewal is coming up. And how that would break down would be 37, 35, 20 out of FY23, 308, 20 out of FY23 LETPA. The first amount was from SHSP, and then that would zero out to FY23, and then 169460 from FY24. And that would cover us until August of 26.
Is this the software specifically, like when we watched the video from your fire, that was the stream?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
I'll make a motion to support the request for the Cape Watch with all of those numbers coming out of those areas.
Thank you. We have a motion. We have a second.
Support.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion?
I just have a question. Is this is actually a recommendation to Personnel Ways and Means, correct? Or this board has the authority to approve?
Need it to-
This board has the
Okay,
authority to approve it. The grant, we get a pool of grant funds every year that gets accepted by the board, the full board, or goes through the process. And then once that's approved, we spend money
okay.
out of that.
Just wanted.
Anybody else? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right. That one passes as well. Move on to section 8, public comment. Public? What say ye? Hi, John. All right, we have a motion to adjourn?
Does,
No?
do you want to speak?
Oh, if you want to speak, absolutely.
Up to the mic because.
Turn your mic on.
It's on. Talia and I are from US EPA. We do emergency response. So we respond to chemical spills, oil spills, train derailments, pipelines, things like that. I live in Monroe County, so I'm pretty close here, but just wanted to pass along that this is our planning area, Lenawee County, Monroe County, and then most of Northwest Ohio, a couple counties in Indiana. So basically anything that would flow to the western basin of Lake Erie is our planning area. So we have a plan. We can offer training. We can offer, air monitoring support during chemical incidents, things like that. And then we clean up chemical factories, oil spills, things like that. So any need that anybody would have, if you want to just discuss anything, we'll stick around after, but this is our planning area. So anything anybody needs, just let us know and we can help. Thanks.
Thank you, John. Before I get to the motion for adjournment, our next meeting is August 19th, 10 a.m. right here. That being said, we have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
A second? All in favor? We are adjourned.